is Vicki Turner, and I'm the Director of Instructional Technology. While I love all of the Google products, one of my favorites is Google Keep. Google Keep is an application. You can find that in your Google Grid, but it's also an extension, and you can get the app on your phone, which I use it the most, probably on my phone. So you'll notice when I'm in my Google Keep, I have all of these notes. I'm going to talk about these a little bit, but I just wanted to point out that you can see the animation here in this GIF that I have. So as you can see, the GIFs will play when they're in there. And notice here I have it pinned, so if you pin something, you keep it up on the top. You can unpin easily. You can just have basic lists, you can add images, you can take audio notes on your phone. So on the phone application, this is a little bit how it looks, but if you click in here, it will actually play the audio that I recorded. You can set reminders. So when you set a reminder, it will give you a notification. You can also add links easily, and then add Bitmojis, just have standard to-do list. You can turn those to-do list into checklists. You can also take a picture and have it convert the image into text. So this was a picture I took of just in the newspaper, and then you can see the quality of the text conversion there. You can take pictures using your phone and add those. You can draw or write. These are really tiny just because of the way it looks as it's storing it for you, but if I open up these notes, they'll be full size. Then here's an example of the toolbar when you go to take a note, and you can see some of your options that you have. And then you can also add Google Notes into documents or other applications that you're using. So if you click on the little arrow on the bottom, you can see that your tools will come up and you can access your Google Keep. And then you can add whatever's in your Google Keeps to your document. So Google Keep is not just a glorified Post-it note. It's a powerful tool that helps you be more organized and creative, and also allows for sharing and collaboration just like all the other wonderful Google products that we use.
Hi, my name is Dan Faust. I'm the Communications Coordinator for Strongsville City Schools, and I utilize Google Drive in a lot of different ways in our district. I have a large library of pictures from events happening both inside and outside of the classroom. And Google Drive helps me not only organize my photo library, but it also helps me to share my pictures in a very easy and efficient way. The option of sharing the entire folder or just a few individual pictures is a great option for me. The pictures that I work with are usually fairly large files, and utilizing Google Drive really helps to reduce the strain on someone else's inbox that I might be sending those pictures to. Being able to color code these files is another great option to make things more efficient when I'm searching for a specific picture that I might need. I really appreciate Google Drive and all of its capabilities and helping me to handle all my responsibilities on a day-to-day basis here at work.
Hi, I'm Erin Green. I'm the Director of Curriculum here at Strongsville City Schools. And something I want to talk about with Google today is how we use it with our English learners. So we have about 206 English learners, and instead of using word-to-word dictionaries all the time, we found a way to use Google to translate. So what we do is we have screens that we can use, or actual spreadsheets for each student, and we can take English words and have them translated to their native language. We do have about 24 different languages spoken in the district, and the majority of them are in Google Translate. So what we can do is set up this pretty easy to follow spreadsheet where we type in an English word, and with the program, or with putting in just the code, it will translate it to their native language. For example, here I have Arabic. We have a lot of students who speak Arabic. So typing in some of the most common words that our newcomers would use, such as locker, if I type that in, it'll self-populate into the Arabic translation for locker. Each student, we like to have a running spreadsheet for our newcomers or our basic students with English, and words that they use often, so they don't have to continually look them up. What's also nice is they can build their own spreadsheet of words. Additionally, here's an example of just a student's sheet and with Gujarati. So the student, if they run into a word they don't know, for example, habitat, they could type in the English word and it automatically will populate into the Gujarati translation. Or vice versa, if they want to say a word or write a word and they know how it is spelled or written in Gujarati, they type it in, and you will see it auto-populate into the English. Along the bottom of this spreadsheet, I've put in all of the codes for the languages, and I just got these through just a Google search. But the codes have a 2-letter abbreviation, and so it's very easy in your Google document. All you have to do to put in the formula is click on the cell, you type equals Google Translate, do your parenthesis, the cell in which you want it to translate, quotes, an EN for English, end quote, comma, and then in quotes the abbreviation for the language. And then you drag that formula all the way down, and anytime you insert the word, it will then translate it for you. So that's a feature that we have come across lately that we really like, and it has helped benefited our students as well as our teachers.
I'm Jenny Pelko, and I'm the Assistant Superintendent here in Strongsville City Schools. And the one Google tool that I like to use is called Save as Doc. And so one of the things that I do a lot of are taking surveys. And so I utilize Google Forms to send a survey out or to just gain feedback on something. And then what it comes back in is a spreadsheet. And I have all of this information in a spreadsheet. And so sometimes it's kind of clunky to look at the spreadsheet and go all the way, scroll all the way over to all of the questions that I've asked. And when I share this information with people, it just gets to be a lot. And a lot to sift through. So I utilize Save as Doc to make it a little simpler to go through all the data when I'm sharing with people, and so that they can see it a little more clearly. And so one of the things that you would do is you would go to your spreadsheet and you would have all of this data that would be loaded in into the spreadsheet, and Save as Doc is a way to really just sort it all out and make it clear. And so you would go to your add-ons once you're in a spreadsheet. And through the add-ons, you will see that you will want to add on Save as Doc. Once you do that, when you're in your spreadsheet, you just go to your add-ons, click Save as Doc, and then it will take you to another screen where you can create a document. And so when you do that, you need to name the Google Doc, and you can name it whatever you want, whatever the data is. I use BLT data as my name. And you can highlight the comment. You need to highlight the columns that you want in the doc. And once you do that, it will actually create a Google Doc instead for you where all of your data is located. And so you'll have your initial heading here and every single response. And that way you can go through and you can delete some of the responses if they're the same. Sometimes I add numbers if I've gotten, for example, more efficient ways of running a BLT. I might say I've gotten 3 responses for that and put a 3 in the middle. So you can edit it so that you can share the data as you see fit. But it's just a good way to organize. Be careful when you do Save as Doc. If you include the headings, it will include the heading, and it will include then underneath it each response, and it will go through individually each response. But if you want everything together, just don't click that box, and it'll just put the first heading and then all of the responses below. So I just find this very helpful and useful, especially when I have a lot of information to share and people can see it more clearly, and we can make good decisions based on that.
I'm Cameron Ryba, the Superintendent of Strongsville City Schools, and I'm excited to share with you how Google Calendar has helped me do my work. So I don't know if your calendar looks anything like mine, but sometimes scheduling meetings can be extremely difficult. So one of the things that you may know about that's pretty easy is getting the people you work with most to share their calendars with you so you can see their schedule. And this way you can schedule meetings in those open spots that you have between everybody's calendars. So even though when people share their calendars with you, it makes things easier, a lot of times you have to schedule meetings with a lot of people and you may not see all of their calendars. So if you use Google Calendar, many of us know how to create an event. But did you know that the same way you can create an event, there's this cool thing called appointment slots that's a feature of Google Calendar. So all you need to do is create an event like you would at any other time, select appointment slots, and you can determine how long you're going to meet and how long a duration those appointments are going to be. Set that up, copy the link for your calendar's appointment page, and share it out with your group of people. When they get your link and open it up, they can see exactly where you have openings and select the one that works in their schedule. So instead of the difficulty of going back and forth and determining when you're available and when they're available and trying to finally figure out a date, Google takes care of it in one easy step.